Hi, I'm Nolan, and today we're going to discuss how I've passed 3 out of 4 sections of the CPA exam. So far, I've passed FAR, Reg, and TCP, and I'm awaiting my results on ODD. My first tip is to only work part-time. During my studies, I only worked around 32 hours a week because it's easy to get burnt out working full-time and studying full-time due to the fact that the CPA exam, it's not really a sprint, it's more of a marathon. I couldn't have imagined having to study for FAR while working full-time. My hat's off to anyone who's done that. My second tip is to take FAR first. Now, for some people, they might want to take other ones first, but I took FAR first, and personally, I would recommend it because FAR is a beast. Just due to consolidations, leases, bonds, governmental accounting, not-for-profit accounting, it's such a wide and in-depth exam. I'd recommend using your energy to conquer that one first so that you don't get tired from the other exams and then come up against this really hard one. My next tip would be to make sure when you're studying, review in the practice questions, review why you got them right or why you got them wrong. That's where I felt the most learning was done. Well, I made sure to, and I used Becker for my CPA review course. I would recommend, even though I did watch the lectures, I made sure to do the practice, quizzes, the mock exams, and all that. And all that's good. I recommend doing the exam day ready if you're in Becker, where you complete all that. But for me, I found the most value was in just doing the multiple choice questions over and over again and reviewing why I got them right and why I got them wrong, because that's where I felt the learning happen. And you also avoid, by learning why it's right and why it's wrong, you're learning the counting concept behind the question, and you avoid the pitfall of memorizing a specific answer to a specific question, and then exam day hits and you don't have the base to answer the questions before you because you only memorized answers. You don't understand what's actually happening. As far as which exams were hardest to easiest, I would say that FAR was the hardest, then TCP, then Reg, then ODD for me. As previously stated, FAR, just due to its breadth of knowledge and how deep it was as well, I found FAR to be very challenging. TCP was surprisingly challenging, given that even though I am a tax preparer for a living, that's what I do for a living, just the Becker course was a lot more in-depth than what I was used to, or the exam itself, ironically enough. I actually got my lowest practice test scores in TCP, but then my highest actual exam test score for it. So I would say just the Becker material was a little too in-depth. And that was discouraging because you practice the questions, keep getting them wrong, and then you review, and just over and over again. Reg, actually, I got a lot from my job, learning on the job, and then studying wasn't as hard because I already knew a lot of the stuff. Then audit, surprisingly, I enjoyed the grammar aspect and the logic behind it. So I would sum it up, I would say, as far as how hard an exam section is, boils down to your prior work history, as well as what your personal interests or special talents and skills are. To sum it up, from what I've learned from my exam journey, I would recommend working part-time, taking FAR first, or alternatively, which one you think will be your hardest exam first, and then watching all the lectures and doing all of the practice tests and quizzes that they offer you, as well as relentlessly hammering the multiple choice questions over and over again and making sure to read why you got them right and why you got them wrong. Good luck on your test taking, and please like and subscribe.